Yes, please. Go ahead, Naya.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. How are you? Today we'll start an exciting talk show in the theme of culture, heritage, and museum. But first, let me thank Mr. Mohammed Javed for initiating this kind of talk shows. Our guest is global experience expert in museum and world heritage within more than 30 years experience in the field of architectural preservation and management of World Heritage Sites. Our guest is Professor Essam al-Najdi. Dr. Essam holds a PhD in architectural engineering, architectural conservation of Islamic heritage buildings. Since 2013, from Medicine University, founder of the Museum Evaluation Program and the Future Foresight for Museum, founder of Together for Heritage, an organization concerned with the human culture heritage, founder of International Center for Standardization of Conservation and Restoration, former director of ICOM, consultant of museum science management and conservation of World Heritage Sites, consultant training, institutional development, and international support of many heritage and culture organizations in the world. Expert in restoring artistic and architectural holdings, pottery, glasses, metal, wood, or oil paintings, icons, etc. Interior design and implementation of many palaces is Islamic heritage styles. He worked on historical projects in Cairo, such as Fatimid Cairo, the Hanging Church, the Coptic Museum, the Complex of Religion Project, Al-Bayt Pathway, the Holy Family Pathway, Mirat Amun Temple. In Qatar, he took the lead and coordinated almost a major project from the Architectural Conservation Operation Department, such as the restoration of the Old Palace, part of NMOQ, and the restoration of Old Palace, part of NMOQ, and the preservation of Ruiz Moscow, Al-Zubara Castle, and Al-Zubara City, World Heritage Sites, more than 22 heritage sites and buildings, and many culture projects with international regional organizations such as the World Heritage Volunteer Project with UNESCO, and the preparation of curriculum for teaching, and the preparation of archaeology, architectural restoration at Qatar universities. Ladies and gentlemen, please, anyone who has a comment or a question, write it in the comment. Let me start the first question. Dr. Essam?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Naya, with this nice introduction. And I'm really sorry for all these difficult expressions and words that we are using in our field. It's not, it's for you, it's very new. I understand this. And let me also thank our brother, Dr. Muhammad Javid, for this opportunity that he gave us the chance to talk to young people and give another great chance to young people such you, Naya, to present this talk show. And I welcome all our friends and colleagues and brothers, sisters here. And I'm ready for any questions. So let's start, Naya. I'm all with you.
Let me start the first question. I know that you have given many lectures and courses. Is it your first talk show?
Yeah, it's as media talk show. Yes, it's my first, but not my first media meetings or with international media or local media. I had before several interviews while I was in Qatar, while I was in Egypt, but it wasn't like a talk show. It was just like interview with some journalist or TV show, TV program. There is the one that I remember recently while I was in Qatar. There was someone or a journalist from Qatar Radio and TV. She was asking on the about the archaeological sites in Qatar, and especially the World Heritage sites also, which is the first one that we had in Qatar was Al Zubara archaeological site. And she was asking me, in my opinion, what is the heritage site that deserves to be World Heritage Site. So actually, she maybe came to the wrong person to ask this question, or the very best person to answer this question, because my vision to any World Heritage or any heritage site, that it just, I deal with them like my kids, not only just my personal kids, but they are like orphan kids that needs attention. So I cannot let any kids behind. So for me, any heritage sites in the whole world, no matter the culture, no matter the religion, no matter which country, it's human and culture heritage, and it's worth to be or deserve to be treated and dealt with as international or world heritage sites. So this is to answer your question. It wasn't the first time. It was first time as talk show. Yes, thank you, Naya.
When you were a child, have you ever thought that you will become an expert in museum and architectural?
When yeah, when I was child, I used to fix broken things like any other child with curiosity and want to break and fix and dismantle and reassemble again things. So, but it wasn't come to my mind that one day I will be expert in this field. I had the dream of going all over the world, just to travel from here and there. And also I wanted to be expert in technology, not in heritage. So what happened is that I achieved many things in my life and pursue my dream to join both my career, which it is my passion, and also my dream in technology. So I joined between them. I studied the ancient technology that we think it is like it's very retardant or ancient, very old, and it's not logic anymore. the more we study the ancient civilization, the more we figure out that they were very, very advanced in many things. Yeah. Thank you, Naya.
I'm curious to know when did you start your career and how?
Okay. I'm curious too. So I will present something quick, and then I will talk about it. Just I will share you something with you on. Yes. You see my screen? Just
Yes.
enjoy what I am presenting here. In the 1990s, I was collecting my personal collection, which is, as you see, many things like old doors, magazines, books. Also, when I was hired by the High Supreme of Archaeology in Egypt, I worked in all these projects like Merit Amun in Akhmim Sohag. I worked with the conservation of ICOM in Coptic Cairo with the Dutch Institute, and also the major project or the iconic project called the Suspended Church or Mu'allaka Church in Egypt. It's one of a kind in the whole world, actually. Also Fatimid Cairo. This is my journey from 2000 to 2005. I was working in Fatimid Cairo. It was like one of a kind, actually. Then I moved in my career to build my own conservation company, and also producing interior design with the Islamic or ancient historical designs, in which I called it caravan arts. This is some of my designs that I applied in many countries, like in Egypt, in Saudi Arabia, in Morocco, in France, in Bahrain, and that gave me the chance actually to develop extra skills in my life. It took me this journey from, or because I was like overlapping in Egypt. We work many jobs in the same day, not only one job and we go home. We have to work more than one job to get our dream. Then I moved to Qatar from 2012 to 2015, and it was actually what I call it career reloaded. It's like I started, instead of working with my experience as a conservation expert or consultant, I worked as a restorer, just like someone who really recently graduated, and I agreed to work like this. Then in less than a year, from 2012 to 2013, I became the head of conservation operations section after I developed the whole system in Qatar museums. And instead of become only a section of archaeology and conservation, it became like a culture division, like division of culture heritage, presented or chaired by Professor Thomas Yeltsin, one of the international world-known people in this field. This is one of the first conference ever in Qatar. I was my idea, my organization, alhamdulillah. And it was one also of the most important conservation conference in the area. It's related to the old palace, Qatar National Museum, the old one. And then this is one of the ideas of the project, which is Adopt a Mosque. It was patronage or motivated. We all motivated by the ideas of taking care of our heritage. And Sheikh Al-Mayasa was the one who really pushed us to complete this project. And this is one of another project that I mixed the technology with the ancient heritage. I called it digitizing Qatar, which is one of the ideas that I really want to, it's like a dream. I want to apply it with one of the international institute in high tech or AI. The whole project still on documents. It's not yet done. It was an idea in the Qatar Creation Generation program that we have been trained by in Qatar museums. This is the story that I was talking to you about, which created my vision, actually, when this Qatar TV reporter asked me about which heritage sites, in my opinion, deserve to be the next World Heritage Site in Qatar. My career developed by time, and then I moved from Qatar, and then I came here to UAE and became the director of ICOM UAE, International Council of Museums in UAE. Let me stop this. Okay. Then actually, I believe that a person doesn't need to, especially when we follow our passion, we don't need to have organization to work with, to give, or to achieve, or to help other people. So to serve our community, to serve our future generation, you don't need a position. You don't need to be like the chairperson of this organization. You don't need to be the creator of this organization. You just need your passion. You need your self-motivation to move on and to give, the desire to give. This is something that it is the secret of serving community. It is the secret of giving others your experience, so they can continue the journey to the future. So my journey in the field of cultural heritage, it's like long. What I present to you, it's a technique, Japanese technique called Ichakucha presentation, which you present most of your career or most of the subject you want to present in less than 7 minutes. So I don't know if I succeeded in doing it or no, in less than 7 minutes. So this is my journey when it started, when I joined Cairo University Faculty of Archaeology Conservation Section till now. Yeah, thank you, Naya.
Dr. Essam?
Yes.
Everyone has a critical moment in his career. What's yours?
Actually, there is quite few critical moments in my life, in my career.
Excuse me, Dr. Essam, there is some few friends in waiting. So can you admit
Yes.
them? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I admit them now.
Critical.
Okay. So I believe the most important critical point in my career was while I was working with the suspended church, or Al-Mu'allaka church. There was one of the interviews that I had with one of the journalists from UK. She was preparing a book about peacemakers, and she asked me one of the maybe difficult questions at that time: how come that you are a Muslim and you are working in conservation of Christian heritage building and also Jewish historical or heritage building in Egypt?
ماما تحبي تزوجي معايا؟ نتزوج معك الجلول، ترمتي راه توجع فيا انا.
Please, can you? I will do the mute. I would like to request our friends to mute their mic when they enter. Okay. So she asked me this question: how come that you are Muslim and you are doing conservation project in Christian and Jewish Jewish institute or a Jewish temple. This project called the religious complex in Egypt, because it's very unique compounds. It consists of the suspended church or Mu'allaqat church and Papillon Fort, Coptic museums. This is one buildings together. And behind it, there is the Jewish temple, one of the oldest Jewish temple ever in the area and in Egypt. And also the first mosque in Egypt, which is Amr ibn al-As Mosque, Masjid Amr ibn al-As, the person who opened Cairo for Islam, opened Egypt for Islam, or helped the Egyptian to enter Islam. So the story of this complex, it's for us, it's very unique because it's not that easy that you find, it's not famous that you find the three religions, famous religions that in the world, Islam, Christianity, and Jewishism or Judaism in one complex. So I thought a little bit about it, and it's because I didn't see that it is connected. So the question for me was not the right question. So I asked her, if you are a doctor and you receive the patient, would you ask about his religion first before you treat him? Does it make any difference to you? She said, shouldn't be. I shouldn't ask something like this if I am a doctor. So what I said, it's exactly for the people who works in cultural heritage, especially the conservators. They never ever think about the belonging or culture or religion of a building, because it's called human cultural heritage. It has nothing to do with the religion. So when we deal with these buildings, we don't think about the religions. This is number one. Number two, they all pray for one God. We all pray for one God. So wherever we pray, it depends on it's all called houses of God, Buyutullah. So in Egypt, we don't think like this. There is no differences between Christian and Muslims, and so many third parties try to do this conflict and raise it and do fire between people, but at the end, the spirit of the people who lives in Egypt and many other countries, they have the same, I believe. The spirit of the nation, the spirit of the country, makes them all come one hand together. So my critical point here is that I will never ever work under this racism idea. If I found it, I will not do it, because when I was in this project, it wasn't there. So this reporter, when she asked me, and because I've been chosen to become one of the peacemakers at that time, so it's like draw a map in front of my eyes that this is my pathway in future, that I will be a peacemaker in my career doing conservation and restoration for any buildings under any culture in any country in the world. I don't have any borders in this career. Yeah. Thank you, Naya. Are you following, Naya? Naya?
Of course.
Okay, I finished.
I appreciate what you said.
Thank you, Naya.
Recently, you gave a lecture and you are preparing a course on future foresight. Can you take more? Can you tell more about your vision?
Okay. So Naya is asking me about the lecture that I've given with the Sharjah Institute recently. I was talking about future foresight in the field of culture, heritage, and museums. My vision in this, Naya and my friends, that in the Middle East and in the developing countries, future is a little bit dark for most of the people. Future is something for most of these countries are scary, and because they don't really look to the future, because they are struggling in the present. This is the normal life that we live. So if I want to look and plan to the future, the first things that really take up most of the people of these countries' attention, the attention of them, it's how they survive, not how to take care of culture, heritage, and museums. It's not like a very critical thing to them. We need to search for a better life. We need to search for better food. We need to search for safer area, for safer house, for safer home. So it's some kind of luxury to do foresight for culture, heritage, and museums in most of the developed countries. So my vision is, I always say this, our culture, our heritage is the roots of our tree. The tree of life must have roots. So without these roots, this tree will never grow anymore and it will die. Yes, we are looking forward for fruits and flowers from this tree. But if we didn't take care of the roots, if we didn't take care of the tree in general, it will never give us anything. So yes, I see that the future is a little bit difficult for most of these people, not the government only of these countries, but we need to take care of our heritage. So my vision is to raise the awareness how important it is to take care of our roots. So without our roots, we'll never have a present, we'll never have future. As the late Sheikh Zayed, Allah yarhamu, the founder and the president, the first president of this generous country that we live in, UAE, United Arab Emirates, he said that whoever, I will say it in Arabic, then I will translate it. ما ليس له ماضٍ لا حاضر له ولا مستقبل. Whoever has no past, he will never have a present nor future. So taking care of our heritage, it's really a good plan to have a better future. Taking care of our past, it's the best plan to guarantee that we will have a future. Then we will plan how good we want this future to be. So our effort that we are doing, me sometimes, and most of the effort that Mr. Mohammed Javid and all our colleagues here is doing in the field of culture, heritage, and museums, is to raise awareness to all the people that how important is our heritage and our past. Once we take care of our heritage, once we take care of our past, we will have a better present and a better future. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this question, Naya.
Really, I need to follow this course. Is there any details?
Details about yeah, there will be a course that I believe I announced this course on my Facebook page, and I will also put it in the groups that as normally I do. That course will talk about not only the foresight, future foresight for culture, heritage, and museums. Not only this, this course will help you to do the future foresight for you individually as a person, how to look forward, how to see your position now, and what you really need to achieve what you want, and what kind of future is waiting for you. It's calculations. It's not like some kind what we think it's unhidden things or unseen thing, or this is something like in Islam called al-ghaib. وَلَا يَعْلَمُ الْغَيْبُ إِلَّا اللَّهُ. It's something that no one knows but Allah. No, it's science. It's calculations, and you draw like 2-3 scenarios, and then you will find according to your past and your present what expected to be happened. They are like 1, 2, 3 solutions, or 1, 2, 3 paths according to your calculation, according to your history, your present 3 scenarios. And then there is the 4th scenario that we will create. What do you want to be in the future? It's not a dream. It's what do you want to be? Then you will plan it for yourself. Once you plan it, you will achieve it. Yes, and we will announce, Naya, all this, and it will be my pleasure that you will attend, of course.
Do you have any advice for the young generation?
Let's check if there is any. I believe we all need someone to advise us. So I listen to advices from young people. I take it. I listen to advice from anyone. So listening to advices and listen to other people's opinion and asking them for advice, it's a very wise way to see what you don't see. No one in the whole world can see his face. It's your only face. You can't see it yourself unless you have a mirror. Okay? So your friend is your mirror, your mother is your mirror, your husband is your mirror. You will have to choose. You will have to choose a mirror in your life. So you can see things that really belongs to you, but you don't see it. You can't see it. It's what we call in the life coaching career, the black spots or the black points in your life. There are things that you will never see. You will never see with your current potential. So my advice is each and everyone needs to have a mentor in his life, needs to have a mirror in his life. If you want to achieve anything in your life, just pursue it. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Because it's just like in the moment that you feel that you are desperate and there is nothing you can do, you lost all your energy, you did the best that you can, and you still didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve or you even planned to. In this moment, be sure that if you give up, you will lose everything. Just in this moment, be sure that the next step is the achievement. Your next step is the achievement. I will say something in Arabic, then I will translate it to you in English. لما تلاقي كل اللي حواليك يتخلوا عنك ومفيش حد في ظهرك، مفيش حد بياخد بإيدك، مفيش حد بيساعدك، في اللحظة دي اتأكد إن ربنا هو اللي خلى كل دول يمشوا من حواليك. عشان هو يتولاك بنفسه، هو اللي ياخد باله منك بنفسه، هو اللي يديلك اللي تستحق. In the moment that you will find that you became alone and no one else is supporting you, everyone around you just let you down, be sure that in that very moment, Allah push all these people away from you. So he will take care personally of you. And this is my advice to everyone. You need to have a mentor. Don't be shy to ask for help. Don't be shy to ask for advice. All the time sit with older people. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thank you, Naya. Naya, you are here?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Essam.
Thank you very much, Naya. So Naya, you are our
to be with you.
future reporter in the media, and I believe you will have very, very good future. You are very well prepared yourself and confident. You are a pretty young lady. You are smart, and when you find a chance that you can take a step forward, you take it. And this is something that I really appreciate and I really admire about you. So thank you, Naya.
You are my godfather.
Thank you. My honor. Okay. So you have any more questions?
No. Would you like added anything, Mr. Mohammed Javed?
Yeah, I would love to know about his likings, his hobbies, and his yeah. He wear very beautiful dresses. How he select those dresses? So these kind of common questions, which definitely interest to me and also the younger generation. So to learn how that one has to be all the time very active, and the activeness come when you are in a full dress and beautiful colors and all these things. So can Dr. Ehsan explain little bit that the selection he makes, the food he likes, and the colors he likes, and what else I could say? That's a general life, you see.
Okay. Now we go a little bit deep in my shift from my career to a little bit personal life. But this is I would like also to share. I like very much to write. So I write poems, I write stories, I write short stories, novels. This is a hobby. It's not like the researches and books that I write in cultural heritage or about cultural heritage. This is I write like romantic poems. I write Sufis poems and wisdoms. I write secrets and knowledge coded and embedded in poems that you can find on my Facebook page under the name of Shams. Shams is my Sufi name, actually. So I like to write this kind of writing. I like to make food. I like to cook very much. I know how to cook, of course, Egyptian foods. I'm very good chef in this, and one day maybe I will cook for all my friends when we meet wherever, anytime. I also, because I live in the Gulf area, so I learned much about the local foods and Indian food, the Asian food also. I like to, I can cook biryani, I can cook makdous, makbous, matfoon, all this kind of local food. I can do it, I can prepare it. I like the white color very much in my clothes, and most of the time I love it actually. And for me, it's my very favorite color. I like all colors. I don't have like this color I don't like or I dislike. No, I like all colors. But mostly what I like to wear, I feel very delightful when I wear it, which is the white color and the colorful colors, which is colorful wear now. My hair,
Yeah, thank you.
sorry,
Yeah,
I was born like this, okay? But when I grow
okay.
up, when I grow up, I lost it. So when I have the chance to recreate this again, I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sign of born scientist, you see. So you are a born scientist, so you have hairs like Galileo and all this. So
Yes.
I think from my side, I would say thank you to you and thank you to the moderator. She is definitely, we all were agreed that from if we are interviewing someone from Arab countries, so that moderator must be from the Arab countries. And then we thought that the young generation should interact with the senior intellects, you see. So there will be a learning process, and also they're fair about the huge personalities of seniors. It also becomes normal, and then they can frequently ask the questions and they can keep the contact with the seniors to learn more and more and share more and more knowledge. So I'm really thankful to Naya. She did very well, and I think we, with the 2 or 3 sittings more with the seniors from Arab countries, maybe from Egypt and maybe from Syria and Iraq. So she definitely will be an asset for ICOM Family Forum. So, and also we would like to then uh, create some thing for her in our international virtual conferences on museums. So, and also for national conferences on museums. So we are already on it. You see, you know it, Dr. Essam, that we are doing it in Arab countries, that their national language conferences in their national language, and then conferences in English or international language. So
Yeah.
with these words, I thank you for your cooperation and thank you for taking time for us, a very precious time, your very precious time, and we appreciate it so a lot. And then I open the forum for our participants. If they have the question to ask, please do.
Okay. So I believe Naya, there was one of our friends was raising his hand, but then he lowered again. I think Dr. Zaadi Muhammad Jalul, you've been raising your hand. كنت بدك سؤال أو شيء دكتور جلول؟
Yes. If you please, can we consider in your vision that we must choose between aspects of our heritage, cultural heritage, between the good aspects and the negative aspects that maybe give a good image about our civilization? Can you agree on the idea that we must choose between the good and the negative aspects of our culture? Thank you, Mr.
Can you please explain more about, like, give example of negative and positive aspects that you want to highlight?
There are, for example, in our customs, like how to say that, expressions. For example, in Algeria, we say على عرشو على كرشو يخلي عرشو. What can be translate for his stomach, he can sell the country. For example, this is a negative aspects of our culture. In your view, in your vision, can we choose between good and negative aspects of our heritage, cultural heritage?
فهمت عليك. I understood now. So it's very interesting point, Dr. Jalul. I really thank you for this. Dr. Jalul is asking about everyone in his culture. We have, like, as he mentioned, negative and positive proverbs or inherited that we have in our culture heritage. And he gave example of one of the proverb in Algeria. We have similar and very close in all our culture. It's a human culture. Wherever you go, wherever you translate it, you will have almost the same meaning in all this culture. And in my very personal opinion about negativity and positivity in general, we always thought or believed that positive is the good thing and negative is the bad thing. However, negativity is not always bad. It doesn't mean that when something is negative, it doesn't mean that this thing is bad. For instance, electricity, the electron is all negative, and without the electricity, we can't do anything. Now, this is for the young people. This is for the coming generations. You are not like our generations. You will be like a global citizen. You will not be like Indian citizen or Egyptian citizen or Arabic citizen or European citizen. You will be, or you become already global citizen. You become already a world citizen because of many things. So what we think in our opinion that this is negative, and this emotion is negative, this emotion is positive, this action is negative, this action is positive, it doesn't mean the same meaning that we believe in now. It means that it is something exists and it is necessary to exist, and we accept it as it is. We deal with it as it is. Okay, so let's go back to the feedback and question of our friend, Professor Jalul. In our heritage, there is some stories, negative, some habits that it is not good. At the end, it's our heritage. So to deliver it to the new generation, in my personal opinion, we don't deliver it as with our thoughts about it, that this is bad or this is negative. We deliver it as it is. It's our heritage. So they accept it as it is. They deal with it as it is. They can categorize it. They can say, well, yeah, this thing that used to be this way in the past, but now it is heritage. And it's not our right to get rid of it or remove it. But we need to highlight it, that this is how it looks like at the past, and now it became a heritage, and it is in its position as a heritage. The current generation and the future generation will know that of course they will not use it. If we are worried that they can use what we normally used in the past and recopy the experience or do the same, no, they have completely different way of thinking. They have completely different concept of seeing things. They don't see things like we see it now. And why? Because they are global citizens. They are not like national citizen like we used to. I hope I answered your question, Dr. Jalil.
Thank you, sir.
So anyone else, please? If anyone has a question.
Hello, Javed sir.
So,
Hello, Dr. Essam.
yeah.
Hello.
How are
Yes.
you all? I'm really like I was enjoying your discussion, and I don't have any such question, but really just want to know a little about the example you gave about making the roots stronger when it comes to when it comes to the tree to give fruits or any such result. So,
Okay.
what, in your opinion, are the ways or the strategies to follow for the roots to be stronger? I mean, one option, I know few options, as to be united together in this mission, and also to work together to support each other. But what exactly are the ways to make the roots stronger?
Okay. I will give it to you this way. In your career, in your gallery, you let's say 5 people came to your gallery, and they will be a part of your teamwork. What's the first? You will see one of them is with black skin, one of them is white skin, one of them is yellow skin, one of them is blind, while the other is it doesn't talk. He doesn't talk, or she doesn't talk. شكرا أخت عبير. أخت عبير بتقول لنا يمكن الأذان بيأذن بشكل she's like announcing the prayer time in a nice way. Okay, so please can you, I'm muting you, don't unmute your mic, Ms. Abir Al-Bari. Okay. So the best way to strengthen your teamwork is that first you accept every one of them. Dr. Abir, Dr. Abir, do you want to say anything? Because I am muting you, you unmuted again. Okay. So the first step is that you accept everyone, each and every one of them. And not only accept how they are or what they are, you are happy that you have part of your teamwork. So the more we accept each other's, the more it will be easy to work together, the more it will be easier to be happy while you are working together. So now, when you have such team in your such people in your teamwork, each one of them has different background, the diversity. It's like the difference between the minerals in the earth that feeds the tree. So the more diversity you have in your teamwork, the better and the stronger to your future and present and future. And it will be more easy to go globally and spread the word all over the world. In my personal opinion, that we all have one father and one mother, Adam and Eve. So we all are brothers. Take it or leave it. It's very simple. So no matter the other person is, even the bad people, what we think they are bad, there is no absolute bad. There is no absolute black. There is no absolute white. So everyone around you, even if he has defects in his personality, it's his personality features. The good leader, the great leaders, they are the leaders who know how to get the greater things out of their teamwork, how to make them better, and how to help them achieve, let me say the word, how to use their abilities to achieve what they want, to help them. Even if other people think, well, this person is so nosy, he is like interfering in everything, he is annoying everyone of the team. Something personal, has nothing to do with the technical things. So how you as a leader can use these skills of getting nosy to make him useful for the team. Well, the nosy person is very, very good researcher. Okay, you put him in a researching job, so he's so curious. He will ask more questions to get you the right answers and to get you the information that you need to in your researches and to help your. This is just an example to help you in achieving what you want in your teamwork. So the more we accept each other, the more it's easy to work with each other, the more we become happy, and then we achieve what we want. Yeah, thank you, Sana. Dr. Mu'taz is raising his hand.
Essam, there is
yeah, thank you so
yeah.
much, Dr. Essam. Thank you. It was so clear,
Sana.
and yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Naya, I was talking about Dr. Mu'taz. Is it the same?
there is a question in a chat.
Salam.
Okay, let us take Dr. Mu'taz and then we take the question from the chat. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you, Naya. Yes, Dr. Mu'taz.
Greeting for everybody. Thank you, Dr. Essam. And really, we appreciate this is the most wonderful presentation. Really, I am followed with you, especially Dr. Essam, that you choose and using a wonderful and great example, which is the saying of Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, may God have mercy on him, who is our founder of the United Arab Emirates. This country is really respecting its heritage and of all the world heritage of the world. Really, Dr. Essam, this is proof to us that loving UAE is in your salt and in your blood. My question is, Doctor, what is the really benefit of learning our or their heritage for the new generation? Really, we want to tell them from your side, what is the benefit, really benefit for them to learn more about their, really about their heritage. As you know, our new generation, everything always they will calculate it, 1 + 1. So
Yes.
we'd like from your side, please, you just if you can give them more, what is their benefit? Really we will appreciate. Thank you again, Dr. Essam, and really appreciate your presentation. It's one of the wonderful that always we are accepting from you, and you have a lot, as I said, you have a lot, and we are waiting for that. Thank you, Dr. Essam from UAE.
Thank you, Dr. Mu'taz. Dr. Mu'taz, one of the great people that I ever met. Actually, he's expert in coins, expert in culture, heritage, and history of Emirate, and not only Emirate, also the especially the coins and the banknotes and the stamps of boasts all over the world. He has his own vision in this, and I'm following him personally in his lectures, and soon we will see something very new from his. He told me the secrets yesterday, and he will announce it soon, inshallah. So about your question, Dr. Mu'taz, what is the benefits of taking care of our past? There is too many examples to say how important the past is to the new generation. You will not be here unless you have a past first. So what is the benefits of you as a young generation? I'm talking to the current generation and the future generations. Without your father and mother, you wouldn't be here. So the benefits of taking care of your father and mother, it is the continuity of you. It's your continuity. It's your existence. So the importance or the benefits of our heritage is the benefits of our present existence. Without your legs, you can't move. The legs is your past, is your heritage. Personally, let's say, well, okay, I'm studying AI. I'm studying iPhone apps and technology. I'm learning Python languages, so to do programs and software. What is good for me to study heritage? Will not make any difference to me. Well, simply, when you go to study AI, you cannot understand AI unless they teach you about technology and IT in the beginning and the beginning of this technology, from when it comes to AI. You need to study the roots of any science that you want to study. Okay, so this is heritage of AI. It's very simple. If you want to learn Python programming language, you can't understand it unless you understand the 0 and 1, the codes of computer, the language of the computer. So you need to study the heritage of computer to understand the present and the future and build the future. It's very simple. One, exactly like you said, Dr. Mu'taz, 1 + 1 = 2. This is the logic of it. You cannot find the equation, you cannot find the correct answer of this equation unless you understand the basics of mathematics. Okay, so there is too many benefits. This is a very simple thing. The dreamy thing and the real thing about it, which my passion, and you believe in it, I believe in it, is that you really cannot achieve anything without having a memory. Your memory is your heritage. You can't go to take the exam of anything unless you study. And once you study, your yesterday is your heritage. Okay, so what is the benefit of studying any heritage in the world? Culture heritage, yesterday is your personal heritage. You need to understand your past very well and analyze your present very well to find out what will happen tomorrow for yourself. So simple. What is the benefits of learning about heritage? It's your continuity, it's your existence, be or not to be. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Dr. Mu'taz. I hope that I answer your question in this answer. Yes, Naya. Can we go to the question from the chat, please?
How do you see the future of culture heritage in Arab world?
It is difficult, to be honest. It is difficult future for heritage in the whole world, not only Arab world. There will be things in the future will disappear from our heritage. There will be things will become new heritage, that it's not heritage now, but in about 50 years it will become heritage. This is one of the things that I'm mentioning in my new book. I'm writing a new book with Dr. Majda about a future of our heritage. It's encyclopedia. We call it Future Seeing for Culture, Heritage, and Museums. And the name of it's Future of Heritage and Heritage of the Future. This is the name, the short name of the book or the encyclopedia. Future of the Heritage and Heritage of the Future. And there will be things will disappear. There will things will become a heritage that it's not heritage now. It is very difficult, but I am very, very optimistic. Because even if the future is getting more fast and more quick and more high tech, there will be other people who really still hanging and catching the bus. And this will never end. There is jobs that will disappear in the future, but this is invitation for the people to work with culture, heritage, and conservation, because this is one of the jobs that will never end. Taking care of the past, taking care of the heritage, taking care of the art, that will never end. So no matter, the world will become very fast and very high tech in everything. One of the jobs that will never disappear is the jobs in the culture. Most of the jobs in the culture heritage. There is some jobs like museum guides with time will disappear, but conservators will never disappear. Archivists will never disappear. However, there is system, but you need someone to deal with the system. Even if you built it with AI, there is too many difficulties in that generation now, and also in the future, to solve the data entry of any of the objects in the museums or cultural heritage. Even if we have like AI can scan the whole archaeological sites of like 100 hectares and will digitize it into 3D with the very, very fine details. On the surface, under the surface, everything, and archive it in files and rearrange it in less than 1 day. And it's a job that we can do it in years. He can finish it in 1 day, the AI, and with the drones, and he can do all of this. But still you need archaeologists to analyze this and get you the human touch and human idea. No matter how the AI will be smart and will be experienced, we teach the AI everything. No, however, they will still need the human touch in everything. So, future of culture heritage in the Arab world, it is difficult, but I'm optimistic about it because there will be people taking care of it still. We need to do more effort to take care of our past, so our present exists and our sons, grandsons will have future, inshallah. Yeah, thank you.
Is there any question for anyone?
I think there is no more questions in the chat. Most of the people is thanking you, Naya, and they like your everything you say. Other friends is thanking me. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Muhammad Shindidi, and thank you, Dr. Javid. So, anyone else has anything to add? Dr. Muhammad Shindidi, okay. Okay, Dr. Muhammad, تفضل. Dr. Mahmoud, عفوا.
Thank you, Dr. Essam, for this hard talking. I think it's very, very good and very emotional. And I thank also Dr. Javid for the idea and for all the audience. And I hope that you continue and you still optimistic. Just I would like you also to give insights from your experience since you studied in the States, like me, that can you give some examples from the strong issues that make their performance in field of culture heritage more active than what we are suffering in the Arab world? To build on it, not to copy it, but to build on it. And thanks, Dr. Essam, and thanks, Dr. Javid, for this wonderful talk.
Thank you, Dr. Mahmoud Shindidi. Dr. Mahmoud Shindidi is the people who doesn't know him, he's the former director of Nubia funds in Egypt, one of the most important entities and institute in the whole world. Actually, it's صندوق آثار النوبة, إنقاذ آثار النوبة, is a fund built by UNESCO to take care of Nubia and also Luxor and Aswan heritage, especially. Dr. Mahmoud is very active professor. After he already quit, not quit, I mean he already let our jobs. Now he's working as free and giving in many different institutions. So thank you very much, Professor Mahmoud, for your participation and about.
Thanks, Dr. Essam. Thank you. Thanks for your efforts.
Actually, I will be very honest about this, as I'm usual, alhamdulillah, but it's very bit honesty. The difference between the people who achieve what they want and deserve, then the people who doesn't achieve what they want and deserve is the purity and the denying yourself, honesty between each other. They don't fight each other's for a position. They don't fight each other's for who did it, who achieved it. In Arab, our world, like Dr. Jalul said, we have some negative heritage, like النجاح له ألف أب والفشل له أب واحد. The success has hundreds of fathers, but the failure has only one father. In the difference between the people, not only on USA or on Western countries, in any countries, I will take the UAE example, because in UAE it's much more advanced than what's happening in many countries, including Western countries also. It's all about cooperation together, honestly cooperation. It's a teamwork. So when we achieve together. When we lose together. Okay? We don't fight to get in advance. We don't fight to take the cup or to reach the end point, because it's a teamwork end point. In our Arab countries, it's all about individuality. It's I did. It's not we did. So we need to see this very clearly. If we want to really to cross this individuality line that holding us back and achieve what we really want in the future, what we really deserve in the future, we need to put hand in hand, really, not just to take a picture in the media, even in the backseat. When we really work, we work together, not against each other. Why Dr. Shindidi is doing this organization without telling us to work with him? He wants to be there alone because he wants to take the show. The people who say this is the people who wants to be on the spot. Because if they want to support Dr. Shindidi, they will just support him without announcing that they are supporting him. Okay? I don't need to make ads about my work. We need to help. If you want to serve, you don't need to, for organization, you don't need someone to point at you. You don't need someone to say, well, yeah, did you see what Dr. Shindidi did? Did you see what Dr. Essam did? He did this, blah, blah, blah. No. Dr. Shindidi, for more than 5 years, I had a Facebook page, which is still my Facebook page, under a fake name, because I didn't want anyone to point at me to say this person did that achievement, or helped us in this, or give us these lessons or lectures. I give it for free. I give courses for free. I give lectures for free under fake name. So people doesn't say he is doing this, so the people can say that he did it. We are very, very back behind as human cooperation. However, in Islam, we're supposed to be the best in cooperation. المؤمن للمؤمن كالبنيان المرصوص يشد بعضه بعض. We are as one strong holding building. We are very cooperate together. We very attached together, but we are not. We are fighting against each other. So if we want to achieve, if we want to really take care of our heritage, if we want to have more than the best practice, we need to deny ourselves. We need to work for the heritage, to serve the heritage, not to serve our own benefits. I believe you. So this is my personal opinion, actually. And thank you for this question.
Thank you, Dr. Essam. Yes, but also it's in my opinion that it doesn't mean that you are doing something to strengthen the institutional work is not to express your work. You have to make balance between both, because I have seen that in many institutions, it doesn't just to strengthen the institution and to open the gate for the new generation to work. I say one remarkable thing. I think I was in a conversation with one of my colleagues, Dr. Frank Matero. He is a professor of architecture conservation in Pennsylvania, and I asked him why you didn't make your special company or your own company. He said a wonderful word for me, and I still remember it, because he is very active. He worked in very international projects, and I think you may know his name. He worked with Aga Khan in Fatimite Cairo in Egypt a few years ago. He told me one wonderful thing. He told me that, Mahmoud, I don't like to compete with my students. So it's a very I don't want to compete with my students. I would like for me to give the knowledge, the advice, the experience, and I cannot. For me as a professor, for me as a leader, I don't like to enter a tender with against or in a competition with one of my friends. These issues, if it's illustrated very well in the Arab world, I think in the future we can, we have all the elements that the infrastructure for culture heritage to be remarkable in the Arab world. If we just think about this thing, is if part of the funds could be used wisely. Thanks, Dr. Essam, for your interpretation for that.
Thank you, Dr. Mahmoud. It's very good.
We can have the program with Dr. Mahmoud too.
Is it everything?
Dr. Javid, I can't hear you.
Yeah, if he gives us time.
Can you hear Mr. Javid?
It's an informal talk show, you know. There is no need to be formal anymore. We can informally we can discuss everything.
It seems that the wire is not connected properly.
Okay.
So if there any question, any other question, otherwise we will say goodbye.
Sir Javed, we can barely hear you. It's, I think, the problem with the wire or with the mic, maybe.
Mhm. Can you say again what you said, Dr. Javed? We don't hear.
Yeah. Can you hear? No.
We are hearing you now. I think for me, I hear.
Okay. Okay. I said there is the next session we could have with Dr. Mahmood if he spared some time for us.
He is inviting you, Dr. Mahmoud, for next session to be the next speaker.
With pleasure, Dr. Javed. We are friends. A long time ago with Dr. Javed. With pleasure. I mean, just tell me in advance, and I appreciate being for every effort, for every event that can may be interesting or useful for any one of the people who are working in this wonderful programs like ICOM, like the organization of Dr. Essam, the ambassadors. All I think this is a mission for people who are just have some experience, but you can say gather it through time. With pleasure, Dr. Javid. With pleasure. With pleasure.
Thank you very much indeed. Dr. Essam will be in touch with you to get the time, or this Naya will be in touch with you to get
Okay.
the time and date and time, you see, on your convenience. So
Thank you,
thank you
Agum.
very much
Thank you.
indeed,
Thank you.
Dr. Mahmood, because our motto is that we provide maximum chance with the greater intellect to interact with the youngsters and say this junior experts, so that we could be come at pace, and with all the fears in between us should go away. So but normally it is like that we feel that we cannot meet a king. Why not? You see, in profession we can meet a king. So you people, senior people, are a king of the profession. So why not to meet you and learn something from you and share something with you? So this is the motto. So I think Dr. Essam will appreciate that if Dr. Mahmood is available to us in somewhere in August or September, whatever suits you. See.
Up to you, sir. Up to you. Up to you. Up to you.
Okay, thank you. So, should we say
Okay,
goodbye to everyone? Naya?
Naya, do we have any other questions, Naya?
There is a question, Mr. Marhab Habib.
Otherwise, Naya, wind it up. Say thank you to everyone, and then hope to meet you in next program with them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Naya, for this. And I think Mr. Javid is saying to you also, thank you for being here and taking this opportunity. And this will not be your only and final talk show. You will have all the talk show of the ICOM International Forum in the Arab world. So you are assigned to be the moderator of all next talk show. And the next one will be with Dr. Mahmoud Shindidi, inshallah. We'll arrange with him, and I will let you know so you can arrange the rest with him. Okay? Okay, Naya?
Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Dr. Essam. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Javed. Thank you for trust. My pleasure to be with you.
So you just thank you, Dr. Essam, and thank you, the participants, and
Thank you.
we will definitely we will meet in next program with them. So then we say goodbye to everyone.
Okay. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, and bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye, Naya.
Thank you so much for such a wonderful and
Bye-bye.
informative
Thank you.
session. And we'll see you soon
Ladies
then.
and
Bye bye.
gentlemen, thank you for listening. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Sam, you
This is
should end the